All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time. Once again, it's Thursday. It's time for some of this tech talk. Oh, wait, who is the voice I hear down there? Oh my goodness, it's Sin. Sin is back. It's no longer an empty black space anymore. We're celebrating Blackout. We were doing Blackout Thursday. We got our days mixed up. And I guess we did it a week early. Yeah, my bad. My bad. Oh, thank you. There we go. Because we were having such a great conversation before the show. I muted Discord. Now Sid is not muted. You missed that whole joke. It was wonderful.
Can you hear me now, though, is the question.
Is this Verizon? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? We good?
Okay, we got audio out here.
All right, we good. Yes, it is Tech Talk Thursday for June 11th, 2020. Of course, we've got that big PlayStation news that we're gonna get to in just a bit, but we're gonna go through this boring tech stuff first. Of course, the first article is Siri and Google now address the All Lives Matter movement, but Google does a better job. Wow, and that's actually coming from 9 to 5 Mac, which obviously they're very Apple biased. So I'm not sure if a lot of people had noticed, but earlier this, I want to say this past weekend, there was a video going around that if you would ask Google about All Lives Matter, or it's like, do All Lives Matter? It actually responds back and said, yeah, but actually, hold on. I can do a better job here. Let me see, get my Google Assistant up, because I don't want to shout through my house and then my Google Home is like way over there. Do all lives matter?
Saying Black Lives Matter doesn't mean that all lives don't. It means Black lives are at risk in ways others are not.
Thank you, Issa Rae. Yes, for those if you don't remember, you can get Issa Rae as your Google voice, as your voice of Google Home and shit.
Oh, I know. My mom has been having big conversations with Google about, and it's been really cool to have Issa tell what the weather is like.
Yeah, it's very nice. Issa is very nice.
Yeah.
And even really before that, I think before that it was John Legend.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's Google. Let's try Siri. Do all lives matter?
All lives matter is often used in response to the phrase Black Lives Matter, but it does not represent the same concerns. To learn more about the Black Lives Matter human rights movement, visit blacklivesmatter.com.
So, one, it's pretty cool that, both of, at least two of the smart assistants address it. Now, I don't know if Cortana has something, if Amazon's, because it's weird that, I'm just going to say Alexa. I'm not sure if Alexa says anything about it, but I think it's kind of interesting that, yes, both Google Assistant and Siri do answer the question. They give you kind of an explanation, an explainer as to yeah, sure they do, but hey, they out here killing black folk. So do you think so? With this article, they're saying that Google does a better job at Siri. I mean at responding than Siri does. Having heard both of them now, which one do you think does a better job at addressing the situation?
I think Google Issa does a better job, especially coming from the voice of Issa. So I think Google does it.
Well, here's the question: what happens after it gives you that message, though?
So, and I'm glad you asked, so I can actually provide a screenshot. If I can find Twitter, there it is. And great, people have responded and quoted things that I've typed, so your screenshot went away really quickly. But yeah, so this is what shows up with Siri. Mainly, unless you had a a HomePod, you wouldn't see this. Now, I'm not sure what it shows up with Android because I don't have it. Well, I do somewhere in my house. I don't know where it is. It's not on, but I don't know what, if any, screen shows up for Google if you were to ask the assistant on an Android device. But it does kind of point you in the direction. Hey, if you want to learn more, you can click this and go somewhere. It would be nice to see on Google's end, especially with me having a smart speaker, where if I asked Google, it would actually give me, like, it would send a link to my phone, because it does it with anything else. Like, I could ask it some questions like, all right, look, I can give you a basic answer, but I'm going to send you a link because this link will explain it a lot better than I can. So it'd be nice if the Google Home would have sent me a link to say, hey, if you want to learn more, you want to donate, hey, here's a link. We sent it to your phone. Click on that and go wherever. But yeah, at least with Siri, like they make that statement and give you a link to kind of go read up more and get yourself educated. It doesn't send a link like Siri did. Okay, so Great White Bear says, yeah, Google doesn't do that. Doesn't send a link, doesn't tell you to go anywhere. Just Issa Rae just tells you that Black Lives Matter. But the wording for Google's was a lot better, which I agree. But I think when presented with more information from Siri, I kind of like this better, especially if I'm using my phone to ask that question, and would expect Google to provide that information for me as well. Or at least, again, if I'm using a smart speaker, they send it to my phone. What do you guys think?
I do like that Siri does send you links, and so that's kind of like a good way to give, like, so that's point one to Siri on that. But I do also like Google's interpretation of that being like, boom, quick, point to the point. I just feel like, I do like to give the companies kudos for like adding that in there to kind of give proper context, but I just find it kind of like a bit odd in the way that people are like reaching out to their voice assistants for like, oh, do all lives matter? Google, does all lives matter? Like,
imagine asking your phone this question and hoping that it agrees with you, only for it to go, actually,
yes.
Hold up, let me go ahead and give you a reference and a link real quick so that you can do something about this problem.
Exactly.
Here's a pamphlet.
Here's some websites. Oh, and here's some petitions and fundraisers. Open your purse. Like, if you said they said all lives matter, and they'd be like, oh, open your purse. Here's some petitions. Here's some GoFundMe's. I would have been like, I stand with y'all.
Dear Apple, how do I get on that list?
That's what the link should say. Instead of it just having a website, it should just have like a little call to action at the bottom that says "Open your purse."
Yes, and just be like, "Here you go. Here's the Bail Project. You know what? And also throw some money to the Trevor Project too. And also just throw some stuff out there.
Siri just goes to your contacts. It's like, because you got the pictures. They already do image recognition. It's like, here are all your Black friends. We found that they have Twitch pages, they've got Etsy's, they've got Patreons. Donate to them. Just donate to them.
Here's some PayPals.
Yeah. Coffee.
Yep, coffee. Yep.
Indiegogo.
Cash App.
Venmo. Oh, yeah, we noticed you don't have Venmo installed. Here, we're gonna install Venmo. Wait, you are severely lacking the Cash App on your phone to give to your Black friends.
Exactly.
Let's go and install that for you.
Open your purse.
And when you open the app, it's already set up to just donate $50.
Run me my coins. My Cash App is waiting.
Oh,
Um,
Apple Pay, direct. That's a great fucking example.
That's a great idea.
Like just right there, just double tap on your
Apple.
phone, do an Apple
That's right.
Pay donate right there
Apple Pay, Google Wallet. Yeah.
Oh, by the
So-
way, you directly Apple Pay to your friends. There we go. See, we don't even need the other apps. Just use Apple Pay.
the humor aside, considering that I have spent a considerable amount of time on this podcast dragging both of these companies for one thing or another every single week, we will give you both 1 point to your school or house of choice this week. I'll probably be back to drag you in like 7 whole days from now because you're going to do something ridiculous, but you can have your point today.
Oh, that's gonna happen. See, I'm all about the high tally counts, like 3 off, 2 extra, minus 15 to Gryffindor, plus 12 to Slytherin, plus 50 to Hufflepuff because I'm a Hufflepuff, so I'm biased. That's what I'm saying. Like whatever you need to do, like run the tally. And at the end of the year, you get the house cup. That's about it.
We're going to have that at somebody else's house, but that is a discussion for a
Oh yeah.
You know what? See,
No, we're not going to do it.
no, not the Harry Potter bit, but I'm liking this house cup idea
Yes.
to where maybe we should like just get all like the big tech companies and just run points.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever has the most points, or with these companies, whoever has
The least points.
the least negative points.
Right.
Wait, wouldn't that still be more? Math is
That-
hard.
Basically we're scoring this like golf when it comes to tech companies.
Yeah, there we go.
Basically like pro cons, and then whatever is in cons, you subtract that from the pro, and then that's average out the number.
But
That's how.
what we're saying is that they're going to be majority negative.
I mean,
Yep.
as we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, congratulations to Google and Apple. You both got your 1st points. Now I don't know what this next one is because it's another Google article. Oh,
Y'all, I have feelings about this, so I'm just gonna let y'all know it's coming.
also to be fair, Apple has updated their Maps app to reflect it too. Google Maps adds Black Lives Matter Plaza in Washington, D.C. amid the protest. Not really much to explain about it outside of the fact that during the protest last week, some art. I think the mayor of D.C. had some artists commission.
They put a
They
mural in
redid-
the middle of the street. They
Okay.
also changed the name of the street officially to Black Lives.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the order in which that happened.
Yep, it was street name change and then a
And then
mural.
Okay, and then the mural.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, Google Maps and I think Apple Maps have both updated their mapping platforms to reflect that Black Lives Matter Plaza is now in DC, right in front of. Well, this one doesn't show it. Let's see.
It should be
Okay.
basically like right next to the White House.
Yeah, I was trying
Yeah,
to see if I can trying to see if that picture showed it, but
Yeah, it's like it goes along, and then it's like it ends directly in front of the White House. So it's like
yeah, it cut
It's
off
like-
like just before.
imagine like the Yellow Brick Road ending at Oz, and that's basically
so
except- yeah,
there's a problem.
the Emerald City.
No,
There's a
I
problem.
can't.
Because on Google Maps website, it's still listed as 16th Street.
So can I just make a comment here about something just real quick?
Yes, please.
Ever so slightly in the offhand, because already these people are messing up. We need to talk about performative things. Y'all, we have been out here for like a whole clean 2 weeks, and people have already decided that they're tired of actually trying to do meaningful things in positions of power to create law and change and things. Like this person right here, the mayor who commissioned this to change the name of this street isn't doing anything about this police budget. We need to discuss that topic. Because,
let's talk about these police budgets.
Like I appreciate the epic level of trolling that being in the position of mayor allows you to do. I would like you to consider doing something about these actual police officers where you live. Please and thank you.
Right, the petty side of it, the petty side of it was very appreciated to me because I love a good love a good petty clapback as much as the next person. I thrive for this, but I need this money I need some of this police budget to go to disenfranchised communities of color. And I needed to go on to more mental health programs. I need the police to do less and yet still maintain the abilities to do what they've been trained to do, which is, actually try to stop crimes from actual criminals.
Hold on for a moment. I would like them to not do what they've been trained to do. I would like them to go actual criminals.
Right. Actual criminals. And actually keep the peace. I wanted to actually capture criminals and actually keep the peace. You can't keep the peace if you keep wrecking it. How can you wreck peace how can you keep something that you can't hold? You coming out here looking like Imperial Death Troopers, and you sitting up here and we're sitting up there wondering why y'all got all this money? Why y'all need to be dressed up like this?
Out here with all these batons, and they're just like, because it's 8:00.
I'm looking at the National Guard. They got less hardware on, and as soldiers, and they're soldiers. These brothers out here dressed up like chivalry too. Like what the like with the shields and the batons. I'm like, dang, is this the Battle of the Bastards right now? What's happening?
It's not chivalry 2. It's Mordhau. Get it
right. Yes, definitely Mordhau. Oh yes, it's definitely Mordhau.
The racist one.
It's definitely it's Mordhau because Mordhau, the community is just as toxic.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is Mordhau. So yeah, you nailed it.
And then when you reach out to the people who run it and say, "Hey, could you do something about this toxicity?" Yeah, it's just Mordhau.
But the game though. Get out of here. That's why Shivers 2 is gonna kick their butts.
Read us out here like, boy, if you don't get.
Man, that's what I'm like. Dang, what even?
Next,
looking like the person.
But yes, like props on the trolling, props on the sign, props on painting murals in the street. That's really cool and everything else. Please, politicians everywhere, like consider doing things in your spheres of influences that actually do change things. Like, for example, things that if you need a guide from this podcast, which we are happy to give you, consider not kneeling for 8 minutes and 49 seconds while wearing a kente cloth stole. Like that, like y'all could have skipped that this week. Passed laws instead. You could have not painted this mural and passed laws instead. Like y'all could have examined the budget instead. Please do those.
Yeah. You can be petty and progressive at the same time. You can do it.
I mean, or hire other Black people to do these things for you. Like, hire these positions to actually do these jobs, and y'all do whatever else it is what you were going to do with retirement anyway, like go golf or go to the beach and be too close to each other. One of those things.
Yeah, you can literally set things in motion and take a step back. It's okay. It is okay for you to be able to say like, yeah, we got you. Hey, here's the keys. Handle whatever you need to do. I'm gonna go golf at Augusta. How about that? I'm just gonna go to Augusta, let y'all handle all that stuff, and I'm gonna work on my game. Whatever.
Because y'all been doing a terrible job until this point.
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
Not 5G again.
Yes. Our friend 5G is back.
Oh.
Twitter is now fact checking 5G.
The biggest struggle of 2020.
Twitter now fact checks 5G coronavirus tweets, even if they are not conspiracy theories. That's right. They're rolling out the hits again with the parental warning tweets.
Oh, I love that.
If you tweet anything 5G related, if you tweet anything 5G and coronavirus related, they're gonna say, hey, maybe here's a pamphlet.
Maybe.
If you open Twitter now and share a new tweet with the words 5G and COVID-19, Corona, or coronavirus, you'll probably get the facts on COVID-19 banner under your comment. You can tap the fact-checking banner to find some curated scientific articles about the 5G network and COVID-19. What if I'm just talking about I bought my new 5G cell phone and a 6-pack of Corona? I really want to try that right now.
Sound like you just went to Walmart.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, Lord, not Walmart.
Yeah. No.
That's how you get a smartphone and a case of Corona right there, or Sam's Club. Oh, Sam's Club. Yeah, you could do that there too.
Yeah, I might have to make another shopping list. But yeah, so just like the president tweets, if you were saying some wild, crazy shit, Twitter's like, maybe read up on it. One other thing that Twitter did that I did not put up here is that they are asking if you read an article that you're about to retweet.
Did you read it? I'm okay.
I'd be like, did you read that article that you wrote? Be like, hey, did you read that article before you retweeted it?
Yeah. Twitter wants to know if you read that article before you retweeted. After years of criticism about the ways it fuels anxiety and perpetuates misinformation, Twitter seems like it's trying to make its platform a better place. In the last few weeks, it's rolled out some new features, including the ability to see quote tweets under the retweet section, fleets like Instagram stories, and warning labels for tweets with possible misinformation. On Wednesday, Twitter announced its latest experiment. It will start asking, or just Android for now, users to open the link to an article they're about to retweet if they hadn't read it already. So yeah.
Like, did you read that article?
You sure you read it?
Did you read it?
No, like, did you read it?
Did you read the whole thing? Did you get to the comments part? Did you get to like the part where they say like 5 different ways to rejuvenate your skin? Did you get down to that part?
Oh god, I hate those.
Did you get to that part? Because that's usually where it ends. And then that's the end part. Did you not read the comments? I need you to, because sometimes that happens. I mean, it happens to a lot of us. Sometimes we just like, oh, that's progressive, retweet. But sometimes I realize like, yo, I think I really need to start reading these articles to make sure, because sometimes these might not have exactly my best words in turn. So I better read these articles, because sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, retweet, and then sometimes I'm like, I think I might want to read that one first. Oh yeah, I was right. I shouldn't retweet that.
So yeah, Twitter out here doing a lot of stuff. Apparently they get more work done when they're working from home than they do when they're in the office.
Go figure.
No, I do not want to understand how the news business is changing. I don't care. Just give me news. I am a consumer.
A little bit.
I do. A little bit. Just not now. I'll care later.
Yeah, a little bit though.
A little bit. Just a little bit. The Eternal Darkness flaw in Windows 10 sounds scary as hell. Best patch analysis from PC Gamer. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA, issued a warning that hackers are actively exploiting a previously patched flaw in Windows 10 that goes by multiple names, among them Eternal Darkness and SMB Ghost.
We need to talk about these titles that these people are writing in the middle of these stories. How is this even useful? Do you really think people need to be scared of things right now? They have like tear gas and police on the street. Don't add to things. But also, I mean, if these people are coming from Windows 10, not Valorant, I don't know what to tell you.
And I mean, if you read this off a PC Gamer, you probably already updated your PC. It's
you think that, again, remember, there are plenty of stream fail videos of people who had their fucking computers rebooted in the middle of a stream.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and put this out here, because it's not like we haven't said this. I know that these two better not have missed this while I was gone, but But
No, we covered it. We did because there were iOS and Android releases while you were gone.
I
So.
think that's one of those things like update your stuff, refresh your stuff, make sure your ads is in order, and two-factor your shit.
Oh, we
Like,
definitely covered that. We definitely covered
Oh
that.
yeah, we talked about all the Tech Talk Thursday commandments.
already, you need to go ahead and do that right now.
Oh,
Go ahead.
which reminds me, we're overdue. We're overdue.
Yeah.
Again, remember we got two other websites you need to go to. Shop.thecookout.org.
Right.
Good news. My hat is on its way. I will have my cookout hat in time for next week's show, so that way I can wear my headphones and still wrap the cookout. I'm very happy about that. Also get this beanie, amongst other things like mugs and shirts and backpacks and aprons. Again, it's a cookout. You can get an apron. And I think we are working on our Pride and merchandise. We are working on Pride merchandise as we speak, if it's not already available. So definitely check out the shop.thecookout.org and forums.thecookout.org. That's where we're posting all these articles and many, many more. If you want to continue the discussion throughout the week, forums.thecookout.org.
Yeah.
Please use those sites. Please.
Yeah, Diogen asked, do we have Fanny Packs? 'Cause
I do not personally have any fanny packs, but I
No, I
think
mean,
there
we
is a
have-
fanny
we have-
pack in the store. I think so.
Okay.
But we can
Okay.
look right now.
Down.
Yeah, look right there at the right there. It's the front
There
page.
you go. Bam. Front page. There you go. Fanny Packs.
Okay, this go button doesn't work, and it kind of upsets me a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Let's see, accessories.
We're a
Yep,
little
there
bit
you
of
go,
a
right
work in, yeah, we're a little bit of work in progress, but we'll have it.
Look at that. Look at that. Fanny pack right there.
Yeah, look at that. $30. Bam.
Oh, and I
right there.
did catch something when I was coming. Look at that. The Pride hat.
We've got coffee mugs. Look at that. I'm telling
The visors again, aprons.
you.
We got look, the Pride apron is available. The Pride visor is out.
Telling you.
Backpack. See, got this hat. I got the hat coming soon. So yeah, shop.thecookout.org. Please.
We've got merchandise.
Yeah. So after you patch your computer, which you do, go to the shop, pick up something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so these exploits, essentially they're reporting it because of the fact that they're being actively exploited, but they have been patched. So if you have not updated your Windows PC, what are you doing? Like,
Exactly.
do that. Doesn't say Windows. Okay, so back in March of 2020. So yeah, I'm about to say if there's like some 2018 patch you ain't patch, what are y'all doing with your computers? You revoked your right to have a computer if you have not at least run one Windows update.
X.
Like just go on to take it. A bum bag? Oh wait, what is a bum bag? Is it a fanny pack? I've never heard it called a bum bag.
Yeah, he said fanny pack.
I believe Diogen is on the other side of the pond.
Oh, got you. Never heard Telia call it a bum bag. Good news. Actually, I got two sides of the coin on this FCC stuff here. Let's start with the good news. FCC is fining two robocall ringleaders $225 million.
Woo! Big fine.
In a release early this week, the commission outlined the case against Jacob A. Mears and John C. Spiller, who ran Texas-based LLCs under the names of J Squared Telecom and Rising Eagle. The men told U.S. Telecom Industry Tracebook Group, a consortium of telcos investigating robocall attacks, that they made calls to millions of lines each day, flogging health insurance plans from providers such as Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Cigna, and United Health, but actually sold most of its plans from Health Advisors of America, a company sued by the Missouri Attorney General for telemarketing violations. So we finally got two more robocall telemarketers off the streets. Or maybe
Happy
not.
day.
They just got heavily fined, but
Yeah, that too. Still, pay them coins. Listen, I mean, you would think like 225 million. That's a big. It sounds like a big number to us, but a lot of these brothers, this like the couch cushions. It's like,
yeah.
yeah, this just like that's just what they would consider like. Oh, that's not a punishment. That's like the cost of doing business. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's oftentimes that's like, and I'm glad that they finding them. I'm good for that as a kind of discouragement to some of the lesser ones. But the big cat, the big Cat Daddy Williamses and King Georges of the organization, they don't. They're like, all right, I guess there you go.
Mhm.
You want that check or cash or Bitcoin? Which one? Whatever. I got that. That's like to them. Oh, that's just the cost of doing business.
Yep. We'll be back. We'll be back.
We'll be back. We'll get that. We'll get that back. We'll get that back in the next quarter. We'll be good.
We good. We good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, with the good comes some bad.
What happened?
What we got?
An ISP is now throttling speeds in whole neighborhoods to deal with excessive usage.
You mean
No,
the excessive use?
we good. I'm good out here.
You mean the thing that flies in the very face of net neutrality, the thing we tried to fight for, but the FCC took away from us?
Yeah, the thing that we're using, the reason why we have excessive use, because we all home and we all working from home, and we all watch the TV and such. That excessive use.
But it gets better.
Can we run this back real quick?
Yeah,
Can
please.
we run this back? Hey, wait, hold on. We're in June now, right?
We are.
Yeah.
The second episode of this. Can we run this back about 6 weeks when they were just like, hey, free internet for everyone. We're lifting data caps. We're not throttling things. Y'all, listen, if you're going to do all of this and then have the nerve to try to run that back 6 weeks later when, surprise, people need it because they can't leave the house, why did you bother?
Well,
Why did you bother? Like,
let's keep in mind, those are different companies. Remember, we were praising Verizon for that. This is Cox Internet.
it's in the name. I'm just saying.
They're just a bunch of dicks. What are we, 5? So let's see. Cox confirmed this to our Technica, saying that heavy data users are causing congestion problems in a small number of neighborhoods by utilizing over 100 to 200 times more upstream bandwidth than the average household. In those neighborhoods, everyone pays the price in the form of throttle uploads. Now let me find the thing that makes this really bad.
What y'all uploading?
Huh?
What y'all uploaded? They're talking about upstream stuff. Hold up for a minute.
Well,
What
hold
y'all
on.
uploaded to the internet?
We're about to get there. Ars Technica reached out to Cox after hearing from a subscriber in Florida named Mike, who pays $150 a month for service. That's too much. That includes $100 for 1 gigabit per second download speeds and 35 megabits per second upload speeds. Again, too much. I paid $90 for gig up and gig down. So yeah, no. With a 1 terabyte cap. Also have no caps. So there's that too. That's too much money. Plus $50 for unlimited data plan. For the unlimited data plan that is not really unlimited, but does allow him to exceed 1 terabyte a month. Mike drew multiple warnings from Cox for his heavy data usage, which he explained exceeds 8 terabytes per month, mostly due to backups he schedules to run from 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. So that's what he was doing. One of the emails Mike received from Cox informed him that not only would his upload speeds be throttled, but so would the speeds of other Cox subscribers in his neighborhood.
You know, I really want the demographic information of the person who did this because, my God, I have ideas.
I mean, I am pretty sure at any given point in time, I could send up 8 terabytes of data. Just give me enough time. Give me time and opportunity and a whole bunch of hard drives. I can get it working. I mean, quite frankly, I might be able to send up 8 terabytes of data if I streamed using my RTMP server. Because then I'd be sending 4 times a Twitch stream to different places at about 6,000 kilobits per second. So do that for about 4 hours, about 5 to 6 days a week for 4 weeks. I'm sure somebody here's got a math degree somewhere can do that math for me. I'm pretty sure that's over a terabyte of data that I'm uploading. But the thing that they point out is that it was one guy who was doing his uploads between 1 a.m. and 1 a.m. and 8 a.m. where a normal person would be asleep.
And these people like what, straight up mining Bitcoin? What is happening?
Well, again, like, so the whole thing with this, the one thing that bothers me is it's one guy. He knows what he's doing. He's admitted as like, yes, it's me. Hello, I am that guy. Right. What the issue is why he even thinks this is fucked up because again, hi, I'm the guy. If you throttle me, that's fine. I get it. But why the hell did you come for the whole neighborhood?
Okay, so we're going to talk about the fact that there's obviously a plot here where there is like, how do we get around having to give people all of this uncapped internet? I know, we're going to blame it on this one guy. Like these ISP can't throttle these accounts individually. You don't get out of here.
What they call
I don't have any problem locating me and only me when you have to send me these bills so you can do the same thing for throttling these services. Goodbye.
Thank you.
But yeah,
Thank
so like the thing, so I see in the chat, we're talking about like, what are they streaming, like just 4K? And see, that's the thing, like, is everybody uploading the 4K? Like, so the thing is with this guy, like he could be a videographer, he could be a photographer. Like there is a justifiable reason for him to be uploading that much data. He paid for that. He gets it.
Right.
It's just for everybody else who may be uploading like a family photo. Again, like the fact that everybody's Zooming and FaceTiming and duoing and Discording and flip-flopping and flim-flamming. The fact that their uploads are now being affected.
Yeah.
During peak hours.
Right.
Becomes the issue.
Mm-hmm.
And so just so you know, too, it went from 35 megabits per second to 10. Now, a lot of Twitch streamers will tell you that 10 megabits per second as an upload, you ain't doing shit with that. Like that's a small ass pipe, and you trying to send like at least if you're trying to send 6,000 kilobits per second through a 10 megabit pipe. Yeah, you choking the shit out of the internet. So I'd hate for all the Twitch streamers in his neighborhood to just be really upset. Like, yo, what happened to my data? What the fuck? But yeah. The FCC giveth and the FCC taketh away. This is why we fought for net neutrality.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one article that I forgot to mention last week, again in vein with net neutrality, for those who have AT&T with data caps, HBO Max does not count towards the data cap, which is a net neutrality violation.
Yep. Yeah, I have AT&T, but I don't have data caps.
Yeah,
because I have Uverse and Uverse TV, and they're like, yeah, data caps. So they're like, ah.
Yeah, like I have Internet 1000, and we don't have data caps here. But yeah, like it's great. I mean, for people who really don't care about net neutrality, they're like, well, what about my data if I want to watch all this Insecure? Like they're safe in knowing that they can watch Insecure without their bill going up.
Right.
But that's the whole thing. Like now AT&T is getting people just to subscribe to HBO Now and don't worry about Netflix, because Netflix makes my bill go up. Hulu makes my bill go up. I'll just watch all my content on HBO Max because they gave it to me and it's also free. So yeah, you'll learn something. It's that net neutrality, baby.
Exactly. the thing that we said was we didn't want to happen is happening, and people are pissed off about it, and it's like,
People
I
are
bet
pissed off about what?
about basically the fast and slow lanes. Be like, hey, you are the slow lane, you are the fast lane. So bet money when Peacock comes out, I know Comcast is gonna be like, hey,
Yep.
all the priority is gonna be in blank. Same thing goes with
like, oh, you want, well, we'll give you Peacock and we'll make it free, but we're going to charge you to hell for that Netflix though. But what are you going to watch on Netflix? We took The Office off.
We took off Friends.
That's on.
Oh, that's on HBO Max.
Ask me if I watched it. Go ahead. Ask me.
Listen, Ghibli's all we need in this life, amen. But that's what I'm going to say about that. That's me as the resident Ghibli person over here.
I was hoping that Harley Quinn show was on HBO Max, and it's not. I'm really bummed. Like, I don't want to have to subscribe to that DC Universe joint.
Yeah, they just basically like, oh, here's some stuff that we picked and choose from that, and we slapped it on HBO Max.
And we just looked, went,
Not pleased.
All right. So this is the part where I am going to sit here and listen, because I have not seen like head nor tail of this whole presentation except for what the PS5 looks like. Please tell me why they dressed up this whole casing as a whole Yu-Gi-Oh character. They had like Seto Kaiba out here.
It did look like a Seto Kaiba. It did look like the Seto Kaiba from Battle City.
On the top of the case.
Yeah, it looked like his collar. It looked like Seto Kaiba Battle City right there. It looked like, man, he's on the blimp.
Y'all, I'm dying. Like this man is here, like I am the king of games on PS5. All right, man.
Like I thought they were gonna. So I thought like I was really hoping that it was gonna be like this was like just the front cover of it, not it moving, but just being that weird texture on it, like a Fractal Designs case. Like, oh shit. Like I think even Denny mentioned, oh, they're just gonna put out a PC. It's like, please, I hope so. Like the Xbox Series X looks like a fucking PC.
Yeah, it does.
No, someone out here, and it looks like a Brita filter. I can't.
Yeah, it does.
I've heard router.
I've seen that.
Yeah, I wouldn't let it with router. I have seen like Chuckle from Pokemon. Yeah, it's
I don't know if links are allowed in the chat.
Dyson air filter.
But
yeah.
If links are allowed in the chat, if y'all have y'all favorite memes, I would love to put them up here.
Yeah, because I was like, but I tell you one thing, it was never anything close to what those designs for the PlayStation 5 was.
Those dev units that were just like some weird V looking thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, there it is.
Like what?
I need to ask why they made it specifically a vertical design.
It can't lay on its side. It can't lay on its side. There are actual images of it laying on its side.
Right, but I would like it vertical though.
Oh God, not a Wii out here looking like a Wii.
To me, when they like they showed the silhouette before they lit it up so you can really see it.
This thing has a whole range.
It looks like the World Cup.
It does look like the World. It does look like the World Cup.
Just looking at it head on, it looks like the fucking World Cup.
And also,
I'm mad that I can see Seto Kaiba's head on the top of this thing, even though it's not even there now. Oh my God, the memes. Me.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as I seen it with all the white and everything, it looked all crisp and everything, I still was like thinking, yo, I still want a black one. Like I still want like not all black, but just like the wing part of it, I want that to be black. And I'm like, cause I just like the look of plain black consoles. And the only thing that like differed from me is when I bought my Switch, I got the neon one, but I was like, dude, I'm so happy with the gray because I like just like bland looking square boxes. But And
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
like, that's beautiful and all, but I'm
matches-
like, I don't know.
It matches with the rest of your shit in your entertainment center. Like, you know what? I'm gonna say I'm glad that this damn thing looks like it, because again, like with this whole redesign, with my whole new studio design that's coming up in the next few months. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need some wild, crazy, off the wall shit to put in this studio. So yeah, this is eclectic and shit. Like, look, I've got a PS5. It's great. It's crazy. It matches nothing else in my house.
Wall. You're just gonna insert it like this. What is that? Is that a lamp? No, that's the PS5.
Exactly.
Why did Diogen says, I hope that it has a boot up sound that you can change to, I play my Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Attack mode.
Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
I'm mad at this.
Polymerization.
All right, so right now we're looking at everything together. You got the controllers, you got the headset, the TV remote or the Blu-ray remote, and the camera. Going back, so we know we've covered the controller before when they announced it.
Right.
Does the design of the controller make sense now that you see the console?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Makes a lot of sense. I like that it has the whole haptic feedback thing. Same design, same tech as the Switch, not the Switch, the Joy-Cons. So I think that's actually pretty cool. I like more the fact that it has a built-in microphone, and I guess that's probably going to also add functionality into it. Adaptive triggers. The fact there's a lot of things that is cool about it that for a base controller, instead of having to be like a scuff joint. Yeah. Oh. I see what you said there. I see what you did there.
No, from the audience, I see a lot of people are gonna start having to bring their own controllers, and that means you're gonna be able to tell who didn't wash their fucking hands.
Oh yeah, because it's gonna be like
going to an
black.
earlier
It's gonna be like
conversation.
black marks on it. Yeah.
I was just like, I needed to come over here with this Cheeto encrusted controller. If you don't get that thing out of here and put that in some soap and water.
And then going to an earlier conversation we were having about a certain state senator. He's just gonna pick up a PS5. See, I told y'all. They don't.
Exactly.
So, of all the accessories here, what would you what's going if you had unlimited money, or not unlimited, but it's like, all right, you can pick some of the things here. You get a PS5. You can get some accessories. What accessories are you picking up?
That media remote.
So you just gonna get the remote?
I mean, like the thing that I'm always happy about is always playing like playing like streaming services on these things, because these things are usually, even expensive as they are, they're usually the most cheapest streaming boxes out there. So media remote and the headphones.
So you're telling me that the Xbox One reveal was your favorite console reveal of all time?
No.
I mean, you want streaming services. That's all they fucking showed at E3.
No, because it was like, I could have done that with the PS3. I did that with the PS3, so it was like, whatevs. But it's like, that's the one thing I love is like, after I've gamed or in between games, I can kind of relax, still have my PS4 on, still have my PS3 on, my PS4 on, and like watch like Crunchyroll or Netflix or Hulu, and just be able to be like, okay, cool. My PS4 is getting, some work outside in between games. Like, oh, I'm tired of playing Persona 5 for the day. I'm gonna go turn on YouTube and watch I don't know, crafting videos or restoration videos like I usually do. So it's actually, that's always the outside part of that, the outside functionality of this game console. That's always been the important thing to me. And I like to have the media remote. So, and of course the headset.
Okay, I was going to ask. So there's no headset.
Oh yeah, good headset.
Again, as you see, I've switched over. I've picked up the Astro A40s. This week, so I'm over. I'm done with wireless headphones now. I think I'm just done. And yeah, hopefully, maybe for the cookout and for my site, I might actually have a review of these Astro A40s, because really excited, but I've got to get some software shit fixed first.
Right.
Sin, can I interest you in a PS5?
I mean, you buying me a PS5?
Not what I asked. Just can
But
I
I'm just
interest you?
saying, if you can interest me in anything you will purchase and mail to my house.
What, free? I'll take it.
But I mean, are you interested? Is this a pickup? Like, like maybe not immediately, but is this like a pickup? Like, are you feeling the PS5 here?
I think on the level of like, I don't know about this design, but on the other hand, the games that they have coming out with, especially Little Big Planet, listen, y'all can come for me if you want to, and I will have both hands to throw at you. Little Big Planet is amazing. I get to be a little sack person and throw stickers and not have to worry about things like blowing up or dying. We're just writing little shopping carts and stuff. I'm here for it.
Right.
Kevin, what was that
Yeah.
little for?
What? No, I was just looking at my list.
Oh.
So for me,
Yeah,
because again, like I love just again, I'm here for the overall tech here.
I am here for that kind of. I'm here for the more tech part of that thing too.
Mhm.
Apparently, some of these games that were, if it's game footage that they were putting out today on this reveal, I heard those graphics are crisp.
They are. So yeah. So one thing I am interested in is like they did not show the back of this console. I would like to see like what's going on here.
Yes.
Like what am I plugging into it? It is interesting to see that they are going USB-C, just like the Xbox One, just like the Xbox Series X.
Yes.
They do have the one USB Type A port on the front too.
right.
Like, so you can still plug in like your other hard drives. I guess if you stored PS4 games on it, like any other older games on it. Well, I guess it's only PS4. That's the only thing it's backwards compatible with.
That would be disappointing if it was.
It's good to see that they do have a USB Type C, because then you're able to do the Thunderbolt connection. So you're able to get that lightning fast data transfer speed off of that. It was nice to see that they put out 2 systems. Now, there's no telling if they're too different, like how different they are, but the immediate difference is one is all digital, as opposed to the disc, the one with the disc drive in it. So you know that when they finally announce price, you know you're gonna get 2 different prices, probably $100 cheaper for the discless version. I know if I'm picking one up, I'm definitely gonna pick up the discless one. I don't have any interest in buying any more physical media, even though that also means that yes, once the servers turn off, I can't play my games. But spoiler alert, that also happens with physical media too. But yeah, it's interesting to see. It does look like a fucking router.
It does.
Like I really wonder if I can just set up if I can go back and run HDMI through my house, and I'll just sit this right next to my router. Just play PS5 anywhere. And so yeah, let's go talk about some games. Let's talk some games real quick.
Okay.
I did notice that a lot of the floors were very shiny or wet, and there was a reason for that, because they wanted you to see them ray tracing.
Ooh, ray tracing. Them rays, they were tracing y'all.
Like it was really odd to see it was me and somebody else watching with Denny. Shout out to Denny. He restreamed the presentation today for the cookout. I forgot who it was with me in the chat. So I'm like, yeah, we're just looking at the floors right now. Like the game looks pretty, but we're looking at the floor because we want to see the reflections of the environment that we can't see within the screen. Because for those who don't watch like a Digital Foundry video, like they point that shit out, whereas like at a certain point when you can't see something being rendered, if you were looking at a reflection, that thing disappears. So like that's the one thing ray tracing brings us. Hey, we can see reflections of a thing we can't see. Yeah. So that's my technical stuff. we can talk games as normal human beings now, and not some nerd who just likes pushing numbers.
Listen, we're both of those things. So like, listen, we are. Right? That being said, I would like to make one comment that is but isn't related to gaming at the same time about all of this. It has done my soul just the smallest amount of good today to see so many people that I've been following with everything that's happened recently, just being like, everyone is collectively happy about things. Yes. Like they just had a thing today to be collectively happy about. They were just like, we're about to get the PS5, we're about to see what these games are about, we're about to have things to get hype about and look forward to, and like considering the fact that the struggle TM is going to be here, until it is over, having this momentary reprieve today where it was just like a whole hour of me just looking at people being excited about whatever game was out there was great. That was a pick me up in the middle of this afternoon.
Somebody somebody was happy about something. Everybody wasn't happy about the same thing, but somebody was happy about something in relation to this event.
That was something that was positive. Yeah. And it was like we were all geeking and nerding out, and we were all like, "Oh," like we were all happy that this thing came out. And wherever the jokes is, and wherever it looks like, we were just very happy that we actually get to see the damn thing.
And we were all laughing together about those jokes. We were all laughing together. Like we all knew that this thing was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it did. But it's still like, I'm gonna if I had the X amount of money that it costs to buy it, I would show as hell buy it. That's just one thing, and I would be happy, and I'd be happy for Spider-Man Miles Morales, because I was happy about that. I was happy about Ratchet and Clank. Finally, a possibly good Ratchet and Clank game, as opposed to the actual slap and tickle version that they gave us for the PS4. Maybe I might fall back in love with Ratchet again since a crack in time on the PS3, Sackboy game with Sin and mentioned. They just fucking just dropped the Resident Evil game, just being like, here you go. Whoop.
Yeah, like I was joking with Denny. I said, they're not making Resident Evil 4 now, right?
No.
Like they remade 1, 2, and 3. This is Resident Evil 4 Part 2.
But here's the fun part. Capcom could easily just be like, here's 8, and oh yeah, here's 4. Just like, cause that. Yeah,
that was it's Resident Evil 4.
4's still gonna come out. Just like, they could be like, oh yeah, Resident Evil 8. Sure, yeah, we're making it.
I don't think 4's gonna come out.
Oh, I think 4's gonna come out.
Again, I'm looking at that game. I'm looking at Resident Evil 8, and it's already a village. There's no, you wanted 4? No, we're going to give you 8 for Part 2. This is a sequel to 4. You're not going to get the actual 4. You're going to get a sequel to it. It's going to be great. Y'all going to love it. I
think they're going to give us a 4. My heart of heart and soul, 4's coming out. Because like I say, we didn't expect the 2. 2 just came out and just being like, 2 set the goal and being like, okay, we're gonna make a 2. A 3's gonna come out. They're both very successful. They probably very easy to make, and so they're probably very easy to make because they don't have to hold to a exact formula,
right?
And they can just throw, and they can just be like, hey everyone, here's 4. Whoop, there you go. Yeah, everybody happy? Great. So, we might not get it exactly soon, but we'll get it.
So yeah, games announced, of course, the sequel to Spider-Man. With Miles Morales. I'm excited.
Saw that coming.
Yeah. When they announced that, damn. See, now just off of that alone, because I love the Spider-Man game for PS4.
Same.
Now you just making another one.
Same.
With Miles Morales.
Yes.
Man, don't make me buy a PS5 now.
Dude, you bought a PS5, my guy. I don't
Yeah,
know what
that's
you're
what it's
talking
looking
about.
like. I was
You,
holding out for a new RTX card, but
no, you gonna buy PS5. I mean,
yeah, that's what it's looking like. Just for that game
mm,
alone. Of course, New Horizon, Forbidden West, a new Gran Turismo.
mm-hmm.
Like I thought they were done. They were just going to update Gran Turismo Sport, but no, they are putting out a whole new numbered Gran Turismo. And they are doing a PS5 remake of Demon Souls from Bluepoint. Bluepoint is heading up that development on the remake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything that Bluepoint touches tends to be gold.
Mm-hmm. I was like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, Danny's gonna love it. I'm like,
Y'all got to let the good people know,
Mm-hmm.
right? When these whole things are like full games versus like parts of a game or something like that. Because we're getting asked that question
What happened?
by our studio
I
audience.
missed this reveal. Was it a full game? The Spider-Man? Oh no, that's a full game. That's a
full game.
PS5. That's PS5.
Yeah, it's PS5 exclusive.
That's a PS5 exclusive game.
Yeah,
Whole new
coming
game.
out this year.
Holiday 2020.
Yes.
Yeah, launch title.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wish it wasn't. That would have given me time to get that
Yeah.
PS5. But this is a launch title
Yeah.
for Spider-Man, of course. New title here for Horizon. I think that one is launch as well. They also announced that Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming over to the PS5. Didn't they say that was going to be free at launch? Like, what was the announcement for that?
I think so. Like, can we take time out and say that GTA 5 came out on the PS3 and Xbox 360. It came out on a previous generation than this previous generation. Then it was remastered. Then it was remastered for the PS4. No, it was like refreshed for the PS4. Now it is going to be coming out for the PS5. Probably going to also come out on the Series X as well.
Mm-hmm.
So Rockstar will literally have a game that has come out on 3 generations of hardware, and will probably make even more money.
GTA's become Skyrim.
I mean, it's like it's literally just become Skyrim now. It's like it has become Skyrim. It's on everything. It's being brought over and remastered on everything. It's Skyrim now.
See, the full-on sequel so soon after Spider-Man. Someone had mentioned to me that since New York is already made, they can just focus on other things, which is why they were able to turn around the Spidey game quickly. You know, you remember that tech demo that was going around, like people were talking about, where they were showing how quickly people were able to whip through a Spider-Man game because of the SSD in the PS5.
Right.
How much you want to bet that it was not the PS4 Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm.
Like Insomniac had been working on that for a bit. Also, I mean, not to discredit devs, but like honestly, you can crack out a sequel in about 2 years. Like it doesn't take that long, and you're right. Like it's a lot easier when an environment's already made. To where it's like, yeah, all right, we're just gonna swap out the characters, touch up all the assets. Like again, like they probably had like very super high assets anyway, and we're just kind of able to reapply them.
Spider-Man PS4 came out in 2018, so fits the narrative. And Horizon came out in
2017.
2017.
Looking forward to in particular.
So anything they were looking forward to in particular?
Yeah, from this titles.
From this game, Spider-Man,
Yeah,
Ratchet,
Spider-Man. Oh,
and,
Deathloop.
Horizon.
Deathloop.
Oh yeah, Deathloop.
Deathloop. No, I forgot.
Yeah,
Yep, Deathloop.
Deathloop.
They announced that at the Bethesda event. I want to say about 2 years ago. It was either 1 or 2 years ago. It's
Yeah.
like, it's a game with 2 black main characters.
Yes.
No, like, you could say nobody asked for it, but no, we've all been asking for more games with people of color as main characters. And it was 2 of them.
And
I was like, I want to know more about that game. I want to play that game. I just want it now. Like, give me Deathloop. And you heard nothing from them.
And it's got this really great grindhouse aesthetic to it, like, and I'm like, the song, like, music is reminiscent of the time, but then there's also like this nice 70s soundtrack, but then it's like it has this nice futuristic in it, and like the freaking kills are brutal. I was like, there was some times where I literally had to look away. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
am looking forward to Deathloop. I'm so glad they showed that. I was like, oh man, I forgot about that game, and I'm glad y'all brought it back up because, yes, What about you, Sam? What you looking forward to?
You know, I didn't get to see the showcase, so
Right.
I have not made any determinations on what I'm hoping to see from this PS5, except for, of course, my favorite little sack boy. Like, we can be those are my things about that.
Yeah, we'll have to come back to this in next week.
We'll either come back to that next week, or this would be a perfectly good thing for me to talk about those on those forums there.
Oh yeah.
See, now y'all have content because you need to know what to buy me for Christmas.
Oh man, the forums just broke. Oh, I'm so sorry. The forums are just broken. Damn.
I hate to see it.
Yeah, hate to see it.
You truly do.
Oh, you hate to see it. Shucks.
But yep, that is the PS5 showcase. Your router will be available holiday 2020. No date.
Somebody here
no
looks
price.
like
our
our which is about to get a whole refresh.
Oh. There's one thing also I forgot to mention too, as coming from the tech head who's keeping some slight score. The PS5 is now officially shared more information than the Xbox Steam. Because we've now seen 2 boxes, and we've also seen the boot up screen for the PS5.
Right. And
first and third party titles.
Oh yeah, first and third.
Your move, Microsoft. We'll see you in July.
Your move.
I better see a UI. Oh no, damn it. Why are you
It's time to duel.
Yeah. Your move, Microsoft. I better see a blade or something in July.
Yeah.
A blade, a Metro UI, like some. I at least know what the PS5 looks like when you turn it on. Which seemed like a weird thing for them to show.
Yeah, because it was just kind of like, what?
I also had a theory that those transitions that they were showing between like trailers were like menu screen, like the menu backgrounds. Like when you go and choose your game or go into settings and you do all the social shit, like those will be like video backgrounds that are happening while you're in the main menu of the PS5. I think that's what it is. I hope I'm right because those were really cool. Viewers, I drew Pot of Greed. Show me 2 more things. I drew Pot of Greed again. Show me 2 more things. What? I don't.
Yeah, it's a pot of greed. When you play Pot of Greed, you get 2 cards.
What is that from?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh. All right. Just give you a nerd card now. Okay, moving on. EA extends free Madden Xbox Series X upgrade window. Of course, I think around the time Xbox Series X had their little third-party unveiling, news came out of how Madden or how EA was going to handle Madden's, smart delivery thing. So apparently they have now extended it out. Looks like it'll be available up to the release of Madden 22 in the summer of 2021. So as long as Madden 21 is relevant, they will happily give you a free upgrade from Xbox One X or Xbox One to Xbox Series X. Instead of, hey, you got to the end of the year. If you don't do it by the end of the year, then you're screwed. Yes, Sin.
I have nothing to say about EA.
Same.
I mean, now, Kev, we had this conversation last week.
Not a single comment to spare.
Didn't EA kind of do some good with their BLM push?
I mean,
Giving employees the Juneteenth off.
true.
EA
Or
for
Pennsylvania.
Y'all, can I just talk to you, the listeners, right? I don't know why these two ask me these questions. Like, I'm not. Y'all think I'm not come on talking about this stuff? Like, these brands out here will be all the way out here posting stuff on social media like we stand in solidarity, then fire people and be like, we don't talk about politics in the office. So I'm not gonna do it today.
Yeah, it's literally like I can't give them too much props, because if I give too much props, then my guard is down, and then Android Wilson comes in with the swinging, and I'm like, yep, no, I gotta stay on guard. I gotta stay on guard. I can't. If I turn my back like one time, all of a sudden, so I can't not with y'all. Like, if I give y'all some props today, y'all gonna give me some heartache tomorrow. So I just say, like, yeah, sure, that was a thing you did, and that was nice. Keep doing more of them.
No,
Keep doing more of it.
it's like having that one parent who just kind of like, okay, you got an A, cool, but they can't comment on it because they're just like, if I give them any kind of props for getting an A on this report, they're going to stop working at it. Like, and it feels terrible.
Exactly what we got to go
hate
through.
to see it. You hate.
To see it.
Honestly and truly, but
yeah.
Let me not with that today.
Mm-hmm.
In more EA news, Need for Speed Heat is getting crossplay and its final update. For those who are still playing Need for Speed games, you can play with your other console brethren, and yeah, you can do that now. I mean, so EA is doing some good things, but apparently we can't let them off the hook. Can't do it. Sorry.
Good. Keep doing more things. Keep doing it. A light clap that you can't hear.
See, this is why I told you we need that point system. If we had the point system, I wouldn't feel so bad.
Right,
because then I could look at the points. Okay, is EA actually doing good? No, they're just digging themselves out of a hole.
Yeah. They were like -50, and they're like, they have to do 50 more good things to get to 0. They gotta look up to see the bottom.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Jesus.
Bungie reveals 2020, 2021, and 2022 expansions for Destiny 2. They're not making a sequel. I'm sorry, what?
They didn't just want to make a Destiny 3?
They are not making a sequel.
If they can squeeze If they can squeeze moisture out of this turnip, they're gonna squeeze this bad boy for as long as they possibly can. Get all the juice out.
So their argument for it during their live stream was they don't want everybody to start over, including themselves, to have to start over from the beginning. Like making a sequel meant, all right, we gotta start over from the beginning with development, and then when we release a sequel, then it means that everybody's gotta start over again from the beginning. So what they want to do is just continue pushing along. They're almost at the 10-year mark too, so there's that. They're just 2 years shy of 10 years.
Yep, riding this mug till the wheels fall off. I'm like, looking. It's like I'll look back into Destiny again. You know, had a real fun time doing the raid. That was fun.
And they apparently took a page from Disney, where they're putting certain pieces of content in the vault, so they can put new content out. And essentially, their reasoning for that was by putting content in the vault, they can take it offline, work on it, and then bring it back. So that way, hey, we got new stuff in this world. Here you go, because it was in the vault, and now it's out of the vault, and we got new stuff in it. It's great, right? You like that, right? So we're just gonna take Venus and put it in the vault now. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about Venus. It'll be right back. We'll work on that for a little bit.
Can they put the arms dealer and Exodus Crash in the vault and then just never take them bitches out? Just leave them in there. Just be like, no, take that shit away. Like, put that right next to Song of the South, right there, and then never just bring that back. Just be like, no, we're good. and those bogus ass Curse and Warmind, quote unquote strikes, which really they're just like the levels of the game that you played again. You can get to play those again, and then just just make actual meaningful strikes for the content that we had. Those.
I just want to play Destiny 1 on PC.
Yeah. Bring back those. Yeah, those would be nice. And that's
what I was hoping they were going to say. Like, look, we hear, like, we know there are people on PC who've not played the first one. I mean, I played the first one on PS4, but I couldn't bring a character over. Because I switched over to PC. Yeah. My whole thing is like, here's Destiny 1. You could play through Destiny 1 all the way through Destiny 2 and then all this other content. And I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, the Taken King. Yeah, I never got to play the Taken King raid. I never got to fight Oryx. Never got to fight Crota. The Vault of Glass. Do all that nice fun stuff that I didn't get a chance to do. Yeah. Those old strikes, bring those back. Like I say, what they said, like the Cosmodrome, bring that back. That'd be nice.
Well, they technically did bring that back.
Yeah,
they did technically bring it back.
Yeah,
like because when you started Destiny 2, when they made it free for everybody.
Yeah,
like, that was the starting mission. And and it was actually that was so fun. Like it was at a point where it's like, yeah, this is what I want. I want more of this. But wait, no, I can't have it anymore. Like, you just jumped me from the beginning of Destiny 1 to the beginning of Destiny 2. Like, I can't play more Destiny. No, that hurts. I miss the Cosmodrome. I want to be back here. I spent so much time here because I got lost and then lost interest in Destiny 1. Yeah, so I think they are going to bring it back for free. I don't think they're going to charge you to go right back to the planet that they put in the vault. Because
let us pray and hope.
Yeah, I mean, because like the only thing they're charging for is the expansion packs, not necessarily the other content. Like they're probably tied to seasons.
Yeah, the seasons. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, like they dropped, like season 4 dropped Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday.
Yeah, the season of arrivals.
Yeah, so like there's new content in that. So I don't think you have to worry about when they lock planets or various things up that you have to pay to get back to them.
Right. Just put all of Mercury right there in the vault. Just be like, boop, right there.
It might fit.
Just all of Mercury.
Mercury's really small.
Yeah, it'll fit. It'll fit.
All right, who's ready for another round of Security Corner? Remember that Nintendo hack from a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
It's
You know
bigger.
what? While we're talking about Nintendo, give me a second. So let me just go ahead and mess up this podcast so we can get all DMCA'd real quick.
Oh boy.
I don't know if y'all are going to be able to hear this, but that's fine. If you can't, it's so much the better.
Yeah, I think your noise suppression is just killing it.
Okay. I just want y'all to know I'm listening to the Animal Crossing theme while we're talking about this article.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so hackers might have gained access to 300,000 Nintendo accounts due to a Nintendo Network ID security breach that was discovered earlier this year. Nintendo initially estimated that around 160,000 accounts had been compromised, but after continuing its investigation, has discovered that an additional 140,000 accounts may have also been affected. As a result of the breach, Nintendo believes hackers will have gained access to credit card and PayPal details, as well as personal information such as full names, birth dates, and email addresses. In an update posted on Nintendo's Japanese support page, the company explained it has reset the passwords for those affected accounts and notified customers of the breach. Of course, if you bought a Switch, if your first Nintendo console is a Switch, then you don't have anything to worry about. These are mainly for people who owned a Nintendo 3DS or a Wii U, because those are where the Nintendo network IDs came from.
Right.
So yeah, I was looking at that. I owned a 3DS, but luckily nobody tried to break into my account, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
I'm also listening to the music what Sensei posted. So it was very needed. And I like the 9 o'clock hour. Oh yeah, the 9 o'clock hour. This is my favorite.
So yeah, if you are a part of this hack, please keep an eye on your email. Of course, this is the part where we tell you use two-factor authentication and use a password manager, because they have password generators, which make passwords harder than you could ever think of. So yeah. Also, don't share your passwords with other accounts or people. Don't do it. Be careful out there.
That's the tech commandments right there.
Those best practices for having it on the internet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just go around instead of throw your keys at people for your house or your car. So why would you do that on the internet?
Exactly.
It's not like those commercials. You wouldn't download a TV. You wouldn't download a car. Why would you download a movie?
Like we wouldn't.
I mean, if I could download a car, I would.
We can't say that we would do that on this podcast officially, however.
Last bit of game news. Yep, our good friends at Riot Games. Our good friends at Riot Games.
Father God.
Oh, we missed it. It's here.
Double fan.
Hold on. I won't put my friend on blast. So I'll use another book. I don't have fans here, but I've got trash over here. Yeah. I could have took my hat off. Actually, I had a whole nother ass hat over here, but
Jesus, take the wheel.
Let's talk about this vacation. I went and left to go to spend some time with some very specific friends in the mountains of Colorado to try to get away from this mess, and came back. Work had a whole different supervisor, a whole protest that happened in town, and now all of this stuff is happening too. I need y'all to just take a break.
Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to relax. That's the one thing. I'm gonna need y'all to relax. Like, y'all, not everybody has to make a statement, and if you're not gonna make a good statement, I'd rather you just not say anything.
Loud and wrong.
Loud and wrong.
And wrong.
Loud and wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, Riot Games executive under internal investigation for George Floyd comments. Consumer Products
Nah, wait.
head Ron Johnson has been put on leave.
Wait, what did he say?
Oh, we're let's see. It's not. Oh, there we go. In a post accompanying the. Oh, let's see. Hold on. That's actually, yeah, sorry. A Riot Games executive has been put on leave and is under internal investigation after he shared and commented on a Facebook post about the killing of George Floyd. Ron Johnson, global head of consumer products at Riot, shared an image yesterday that pairs a list of criminal convictions with the claim that the media and the left has made George Floyd into a martyr. In a post accompanying the image, Johnson blamed Floyd's death on a criminal lifestyle. Quote, there is no reason to condone his killing by the officer at all, which still needs to be investigated as a potential crime, he wrote. Quote, it is a learning opportunity for people and your kids to teach that this type of criminal lifestyle never results in good things happening to you or those around you. Yes, Sin.
I need like a whole minute. I need a whole minute.
Nah, man, take your time.
I mean, continue with whatever you're going to add. Because when I say I need a minute, I mean I need that whole minute.
The whole minute.
The whole
All-
minute. Like, what the
All of
fuck,
them 60
man?
seconds.
Like,
Take your time. Take your time.
I don't get it. Like,
You say you need the whole minute.
I just. Oscar, I just wanted to.
Y'all, this is the first time I just got back. I'm just.
I mean, I'm gonna show of hands. Who was surprised that anything?
Bro, I don't even
Could
know.
come out
I
right.
don't know who this person is or anything like that. I just played TFT today because I wouldn't have had I known. Just.
Ladies and gentlemen, Riot Games.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Like, it does not shock me in the least. Again, this is a company who, treats women, people of color, just marginalized people in general, just shitty within the company.
Yep.
It's a game. I mean, it's a company that installs fucking rootkits on your computer.
Let's these toxic communities just run rampant.
So,
And
So, like,
what I would like to ask some questions.
yes, please.
I would like to have some clarity and some understanding.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to try my best to not get us banned off of this here Twitch platform, Spotify, and the other places that you might decide to find us if you decide to attend these live broadcasts or listen in the future. But I'm going to say a couple of things.
Floor is yours.
I would like to understand why this unseasoned, unmoisturized, and cantankerous person decided to open their mouth and post on social media a whole comment about criminal activity about a person they don't know, when the community that he is from and who does know him has nothing to say but glowing remarks. Y'all don't even care about black people, because if you did, some of them would probably be in your leadership and probably would have told you not to make that damn tweet. I don't think you have two whole friends that are darker than SPF 355. I need you, right, when you decide to do these things, to not do them. If you had read a single news report in the last 10 years, you would have a list at least as long as your tax sheet on how many people have been murdered unfairly who did absolutely nothing. I would like to remind everybody that within the last 2 weeks, the New York Democratic senator, who is black as hell and wore a t-shirt identifying him, got sprayed in the face and arrested by police officers in his own state. So, what criminal activity? What person deserves that? I would like to also understand in what world you live where a person doing anything, criminal or not, deserves to be suffocated for 8 minutes and 46 seconds in the street in the middle of broad daylight. What world is this? What do you live in? You're probably the person who's mad about the Confederate statues being thrown in the river. I need you to just not. To not and to not ever and to not ever again. Someone honestly needs to walk up to you and punch you in the mouth 5 times.
And also just fuck off forever. FOF. You can do it. It's very easy. Just fuck off. You know, I say Grammy KK used to say, if you didn't have anything nice, don't say anything at all. But what I will add is open your purse. Like, if you don't got anything nice to say, shut up and open the purse.
Because, you know, there sure are a lot of people with a whole bunch of opinions about quote unquote Black people and criminality who, one, have no interest or understanding in intracommunal violence, don't know how any of this stuff works, for one, haven't ever read the federal government statistics on this, which would have proved them wrong year after year by at least 25% for the last 5 years. And that's in places where we know that there's heavy violence. But in addition to all of that, saying absolutely fucking nothing is free. Every day, all year. You could just be wrong and silent.
Yes, you can. You can live in your ignorance with your mouth closed. It's okay. You can literally snuggle up with your money and not say anything and just be a racist fool but silent. Because you know, as soon as you open your mouth to the contrary, Black Twitter gonna be waiting, and Black gaming Twitter is going to be there. I shrug my shoulders every time I see Riot, and it's like it's a combination of indifference to complete and utter contempt. Yeah, I've never really thought of a Riot game and never thought, that's a game I definitely want to play. Not League of Legends. As somebody who's played a lot of MOBAs, League was never one. League was not one that I played for long, and Valorant either. I know people that do play Valorant, and I say God bless you, and I love you guys for playing it. But guess what? I am not going to be one of them. Nope.
Can I please also take this moment in time to talk about once again?
Yes.
Why so many of us, and I understand that this is a very generalized statement. I do. But I think I can heartily say that anybody on this panel, and most of the people that I run with, would agree that about half of these we stand in solidarity stuff that y'all have been posting on social media, even if accompanied by donations, is honestly exhausting because, one, that's about 0.0000001% of what you could be doing, for one, and for two, your internal staff is trash. You don't ban offensive usernames, you don't add moderation tools to listen to reports, but then y'all have the nerve to donate these things and go, well, we checked off our allied list so we can go ahead and say the things that we want to say out the side of our neck like this. That's your CEO. If you work at Riot and you actually have any morals, like understanding that you need to make your coins, please make sure that you put Legos in this person's office when they walk down the hallway.
Yes, Legos.
Just don't say anything. Just shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Just don't say nothing. Just literally don't be saying nothing. Just, you have the ability. If you are not a part of this movement, don't say anything. And it's okay.
I'm just doing, did someone post this? Did someone post this you? Did someone do that? Did someone do the meme? I need to know.
Yeah, because it's like, there are times when I'm like, I don't really look to the brands to say anything. Like, I don't look to the brands to say anything. And when I do look at the brands for it, I know it's a business move, but I know it's a positive business move that works into the favor of a lot of these disenfranchised people who need backing and the ability and financial support. And it looks good, and it's great on the tax sheet. We get that. But I know that more often than not, what happens, especially what happens in this month of Pride, it's like big sentiments, we love everybody for like 30 days, and then it's like back to, not really standing by the marginalized groups that are the biggest supporters and proponents of your products. And so when I look up and I'm like, yeah, that's great and all. I know you guys. Okay, that's great and all. Thank you. Here's the coins. We'll take it. But at the end of the thing, I'm not gonna be like sitting up there singing your praises. Like, man, Colgate really stand behind Black Lives Matter. I know, no, I
Also,
don't.
honestly speaking, y'all shouldn't be expecting cookies for this anyway because they're human beings. This is 2 + 2.
Mm-mm. You don't get a chocolate chip for this. You don't get oatmeal. You don't get sugar.
All right, now you just upsetting me.
Imagine they put on the end of this whole thing. I went to the comments to go see what was popping off over there. Did you know that ahead of time they said we do not have the time to moderate this. We don't have the manpower to moderate this, so we're closing these comments in advance. That is actually in here.
Like, oh, we're just gonna.
They
Yeah,
just said, we said what we had to say, and we're gonna like leave the journalism to do what it do. We're not even doing that. I wish they would have linked me to that tweet. I would tell you that.
Mm-hmm. So they already knew those mentions in comment section was gonna be a smoking husk of wreck. It was gonna be a smoking crater in those comments. They already knew. They just were like, let's just go ahead and mitigate the damage, say it with our whole chest, and then let the chips fall where they may outside of it. People gonna have to screen cap it. But yeah, it's literally like it's just gonna be what it's just gonna be. Like that's why I'm like yeah, and yeah, and that's great. But just as you say, it's just like a small percentage of something that you should have been doing. And if you had black people in your organization and you listen to them, which clearly you don't, so you would know enough to be able to be like, yeah, it's probably something we don't need to say. And that whole internal investigation, all that is just the police policing themselves and letting people saying like, well, guys, I just wanted to let everybody know. We're sorry, we checked it out and we didn't think it was that big a deal. But here's a sub plate for everybody. Here's a long sub. Here you go. They don't. It's like, whatevs. Will not be playing Riot, and I will not be playing Riot Games. Not excited about Riot Games, and I hope other people stop playing Riot Games. But I understand people still do, and I don't vilify people for doing so. But I just don't, because I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Thank you.
Why is Riot even still a company?
Don't even because they did one game good and it made them a lot of money. That's what happens. That's what happens to a lot of companies. They do 2 or 3 good games and it makes them a lot of money and they stay in power and yeah.
Hey guys, just stop playing League of Legends. Just stop.
Oh, Ben stopped, but yeah, I agree with that. Play Smite. You know what? Play Smite. Play Smite.
I will say play Watch Dogs 2. It's a really good game.
Yeah, play that. Play Paladins. Play high res games. Unless high res said anything stupid, but I don't think they did. But if they did, yeah, move on to something else.
All right, moving.
On the other hand, you want to know what? Tomorrow's Friday. That's gonna be our happy thought for today.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Friday.
You should have saved that until after this news.
Oh no.
Streaming news. Twitch has been hit by a wave of copyright claims over old clips.
From 2017 to 2019.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I remember waking up Sunday and everybody was collectively losing their shit.
Yeah, I was like, what's happening with clips? What's happening with VODs? That? Yeah.
I mean, can I just say, are y'all not regularly downloading this stuff like Linux does after every one of these episodes?
Yeah.
Well, then,
let me tell you.
Not clips.
Not clips.
Not clips. Like I'm recording. I don't download. I record whole episodes. But yeah, not clips. I don't download the clips. Even though I wrote a Linux bash script to do it, but I haven't done it in a while.
Right.
Let's see. I don't know if they've updated this.
The first thing that I don't know if everybody's read the stuff that they wanted to post here. The only thing that I have to say about this is I think a lot of people's immediate response is to be mad at Twitch for this. And to be there are a lot of things, like, y'all listen, it's not like we have any end of people around here who will drag Twitch for nonsense when they do it. But this particular one really isn't on them, right? It's a legal compliance thing. Twitch isn't out here being like, y'all can't have stuff on these clips. People are just like, here's like a whole 2 years of things. You have to remove these. If you don't, you're about to get this lawsuit, and Twitch reasonably doesn't want to deal with all of that. Now, that being said, I'm over here side-eyeing Jeff Bezos like he could just accidentally drop the amount of money it would take to have these licenses for the next 84 years.
Oh, yeah.
But whatever.
Right.
Exactly. He's not going to. But that's not something
that costs money.
that
So
we
you
should be
can't
mad
spend
that
money.
we can or should be
That
mad
costs-
at Twitch about specifically. Like,
Right.
they have no control over it.
Right. And I come from the YouTube school of hard knocks. Like, so when I started doing Twitch, because I started YouTube and I started doing Twitch, I've always had a Twitch channel, but I think it was like 2016, and I started doing the main push around like 2018. And what I knew is, like, YouTube will ding you. Like, YouTube will ding you, no questions asked, ding, 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 ding. Like, they'll ding you. They will. So when I went into Twitch, I went in with the mindset of, if I play copyrighted music, like full-on songs, whatever, I'm gonna get dinged. Let me not do that. And I just went and found music that I can play in the midst of my streams that are not gonna get dinged, like Pretzel, like Monster Cat. There are some also copyright-free, like playlists on Spotify that you can play, you can stream, and it has copyright-free music. So you can listen to all the good copyright. You can listen to really good copyright music and not get dinged on Twitch and YouTube for. And when I do my YouTube stuff, I would always go into YouTube's audio library and being like, okay, let me find music that fits what I'm looking for. Just for that reason, because I don't want to get dinged. And like, cause I like, and then I just basically like deleted maybe like 3 clips that could have possibly been cause I love Rocksteady by The Whispers. That's my anytime I'm doing anything mining, like whether it's Minecraft or whatever, I hit that button and it plays it, and I didn't want to get dinged for that. So I was like, okay, I'll delete that. So I deleted those clips. I saved those clips, but then I deleted them. But yeah, what Twitch did is what YouTube did, and it's what's called an overcorrection. It's like exactly what Sin says. They can't. The license holders were like, "Hey, license. Hey, we don't want our music playing on the platform." And instead of Twitch being like, "Hey guys, we can't let music play on the platform," they just ended up
side-eyeing that a little bit.
Yeah, well, I'm very side-eyeing that. They could have just said that, but what they ended up doing first is they did what YouTube does, where they do it and gets everybody's hackles up, and then a day and a half, 2 days go by, and then they go in Twitch support, not the main account, but Twitch support, and then being like, "Hey guys, we did a thing. I know it's a lot of information going on, but let us set this straight." And not really and answer the questions, but not really answer the questions, because because some people are like, "Yeah, we can't play music, but we can't sing." But does that cut out like DJing? Is DJing all right? Does that cut out Just Dance and games that have the licensed music in there, does that count out Beat Saber? Like, what does that count out? And we've left to kind of like twist in the wind for information with Twitch support, and everybody's having to make, and of course everybody's making the videos like, oh my god, Twitch is bad as YouTube, and I think, yeah. So again, it's always of the mindset of what Twitch is doing, what YouTube does. They do the thing, and they do the thing first, get everybody hackles up, and then all of a sudden be like, okay, now let's try to explain why we did the thing that we did.
Can we also talk about for a second the optics on this for a moment? Because one of the other things, mind you, it is June the 11th.
Oh,
so we're still 8 days from Juneteenth and right up in the middle of Pride Month.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the communities on Twitch that this is impacted by at least three of the 5 points that they mentioned about what can and cannot be done. Like, you can't lip sync to things, you can't do parodies of things, you can't do any of that. All of that is going to really heavily impact people who do things like drag performances and things like that. Because it's not like they're out here writing songs. Like, that is a really big part of that community. And all of a sudden, all of those content creators, it's not like, like some people are concerned about having to go through and download their clips and what's going to happen to all of that content. But there are people who literally have like a good half to a third of their content is just gone. Just gone. And it's not, and I mean, if I were Twitch, honestly, I'd be trying to fight this a little bit, because that's millions of hours of content gone from people that people used to promote the people on your platform and your platform in general. So, like, y'all want people to not be entertained online on this particular live streaming platform in this economy in the era of Corona?
My thing with this is, I'm going to tell all these motherfuckers who've been telling me for about, or every black person for 3 weeks to do, go vote. Change the laws.
Vote.
Because DMCA, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, was made by the lawmakers. So if you don't like it, if you don't like what's going on, go vote. Did that make a Twitch clips come back? Did that take away the copyright strikes? It didn't, right? So this one isn't tech related. Go fuck yourself when you told me to go vote. But
I aspire to that level of petty. That being said, part of this is why, out of concern, a good year and some change ago, I started looking up lists of things that made, like, because that's the music I like. Lo-fi music is the kind of stuff that I like as a vibe. So I started looking up all these places that had, hey, you can do this on your channel without copyright, or you can do these under these conditions and just attribute stuff. And also, this would be a wonderful time to mention that there are a number of people that are creatives and do music and music production in the Cookout community that you can probably grab some music from that would be more than willing to have these discussions with you about what music you can find and or use. Shout out to Rob Regal. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, shout out to Rob.
And I'll give you I'll give you a suggestion right now. All these wonderful, beautiful sounds you hear in the background, maybe depending on how loud I put them in the show as an audio bed for this podcast, you can get them on Pretzel.
Yes, I use Pretzel regularly.
Right here.
I use Pretzel today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Pretzel is great. Like Pretzel, Monster Cat. Yeah. There's like NC. There's like literally NCS. Yeah, NCS. Like, you go on YouTube, you can just download. They got places where you can download the music.
I use NCS for a lot of YouTube, for some of my YouTube videos.
Same. Like, and it's really good, and it's really surprisingly good music. Like.
Yeah, for my streams, I actually have been using that Chill Hop YouTube channel.
Yeah,
I've listened to a lot of Pretzel to be like, okay, I think I'm done with. I think I'm enough with Pretzel, please.
Right. So, yeah, lo-fi.
I think game, like, if you actually like chiptune music, Game Chops got you covered.
Yeah.
Shout out to DJ Cutman. He out here doing some things.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
So there are plenty of options, really good, dope music that is not going to give you a copyright strike.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta look for
So
it.
we want to put that out there and say like, hey, this we can see the different sides that this sucks. I think is going to affect some people who it's unfortunate, I think, in the way that it ends up, like who it ends up harming the most. But
Right.
also, there are resources that you can use to get around with and deal with that too. So if you need any of those directions, we are happy to share and give them to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, Diogen, I live on Chill Hop. It's like a whole sticker in the middle of my panels because they provide music quarterly that you can use for lo-fi everything, and it's good, solid stuff.
It is.
And then it's just like, so we're gonna have to DMCA what? Go ahead. Let me go ahead and serve you this paperwork and send you on your way. Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't DMC. You can't DMCA me for free music. You can't do it. Like you can't. Like. Okay, yeah.
That's right. Copy left,
I mean,
bitch.
you're certainly welcome to try, but we have to issue these receipts, and you know how we would hate to do that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Hate. Ooh, yeah, hate to do it.
Hey, you guys like things that are free?
I do.
We got some deals for you then. Of course.
This is the
If
part
you-
where everybody pulls out their wallet.
Oh no. They just need to pull out the phone and set that two-factor authentication because Epic is giving away Ark Survival Evolved this week. You can play with the dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm. Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Make me think about this. There was a really cool indie like 80s animated show called Dinosaurs, and I just thought about that for a little bit. I was like, and I was like, yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah, I'm with that. And another one that was called Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. I can't. It was on YouTube. I watched the entire run of it. It was 12 episodes. And if I could have found that shit again, I would literally post it everywhere I went. It's the best. It is the best. I want somebody to remake that today. Today.
So yep. Ark Survival Evolved is free in the Epic Games Store. Oh snap. Something wrong with this webpage. Wait, I ran out of memory? When did I do that? I have 32 gigs of memory in this month. I should not be running out of memory. It's the last thing that should be happening. Snake Pass is free for the next 2.5 days.
Okay, I'll grab that. I'll
Humble
copy that.
Bundle. And then, you can scroll down a little bit more. You see there are other games. Or maybe not. It just seems like it's more. Oh, there it is. There are all the other games.
Yeah,
Of course, like a new Humble Bundle has come out with Codemasters. Of course, you got the Humble Choice. All that stuff. Apparently, it is the summer of games everywhere with Sony and PlayStation. Sony and Microsoft. Nintendo did not want to miss out on all the fun. I do not understand what's wrong with the font on this website on my computer, so I apologize. It is really bad.
That's a rough font.
It is a very rough font, and I don't like it. But yeah, from now until June 17th, you can get a number of Nintendo games on sale right now. Like, ooh, Mario Party. Is Mario Party a single player game? Can I pick that up and play it by myself? I don't have friends.
Yeah, you can play that. You can play that single player.
Yeah, so you got Super Mario, and mind you, like Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe, that game is old and it's only $42 on sale because Nintendo games stay at $60.
Yeah.
So
Nintendo's like, you want these games because we offer them at quality. You gonna pay us this whole $60.
I definitely know this game is old as shit. Love Mario Tennis.
Yeah.
I would love to even think about trying to get one of these games.
Like the one game that I'm thinking like I wouldn't mind picking up is like Dragon Quest 11. cause I had me a little soft spot for Dragon Quest. You know, Dragon Quest is the type of game that's literally everywhere in Japan. Like it is like the most popular game. It's one of those games that where it's like the Japanese government has to tell like Square Enix, please don't release this on a Tuesday. Don't do it. We're trying to get work done. People will not come into work. Where there is literally a Lawson's, which is like their 7-Eleven. It's completely and utterly covered in Dragon Quest stuff. I'm like imagine if you walk into a 7-Eleven and it's covered in Halo. Like just like
I mean, that just sounds like an American way to go.
I know that's just how reminiscent of the country it is. Like imagine you go into like, a Swedish shop and it's like all like kitted out in Witcher. Like it's like all day. Would love.
So yeah, the whole list, a whole bunch of Nintendo Switch games on sale for the next week or so.
Mm-hmm.
But ladies and gentlemen,
busy for a little bit at least.
Huh?
Keep like these titles and all this other stuff to keep y'all busy for like
yeah.
A couple of minutes, while you're waiting for stocks to come back around and sell your turnips and everything else. Y'all can play some of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you all for coming out to yet another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays. Of course, I'm going to remind you the forums.
Oh, he threw it up on the screen. He's not playing with y'all.
I'm not playing. So you can find the latest gaming news right there. Look at that. Find the latest tech news right there. It's crazy. And keep this conversation going. Of course, you can also visit the shop. Shop.thecookout.org. That's right. Get con ready. Well, for 2021, I guess. Because there ain't no cons this year. And again, we have. Okay, Telia. I'm really things. I should be able to click on things. Again, we have Pride items available to purchase right now.
Yeah, we do.
Again, I need to get me an apron. I'm about to move soon. I'm about to get my grill up in my new house.
Mm-hmm.
Need to get me an apron. I need to go ahead and order this. Actually, I might have to order when I move because look, it was a pain to try to get these headphones. They're trying to make sure I get things shipped to my house before I move. Because I do not want to be waiting outside of my old house. But yeah, I'm just waiting on the UPS package. Don't mind me.
I'm coming to Major's house when he starts grilling. Because I think between you and J-Dub, y'all look like y'all could really knock out some ribs.
You think that, but I don't cook much. As much as I love cooking, I do not cook much. But yeah, the Cookout Shop, forums.thecookout.org. It's wonderful places to be. Please go. Please utilize my sites. I'd appreciate it. Tila would appreciate it.
Oh yeah, Tila would appreciate it.
And of course, like again, if you're buying something from the shop, it goes right back into the community to help us fund wonderful things. But that's it for us tonight. Sam, I'm gonna need you to watch the PlayStation stuff.
Yes.
I'm gonna expect a full book report from you next week. With the cost analysis, we would like to know how much the PlayStation is going to cost. And I'm going to go to Vegas. I'm going to put a bet on it. But outside of that, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for June 11th, 2020. Of course, you guys could have been anywhere in the world watching any stream in the world. You could have been reading the tech news yourself, but no, you chose not to. Instead, you let us read it to you and explain it to you. And I do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Of course, on behalf of Kev, on behalf of Sin. Yes.
So where do our journeys take us for this evening?
Thank you. Sin, this is why you're here. See, we missed you a lot.
Listen, I don't want Denny coming after me is the thing.
Because he's gonna come after me. So what we got? Let's hear a suggestion. Where we want to go? Oh. Whoop. Why are they not showing up where I'm at?
I have to refresh.
Let's see. I'm gonna send the love to Pop Muertos.
Oh, okay.
All right, there we
Yeah,
go.
there he is. You can send the love over to Pop Muertos. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know to get ready for that cookout raid. Thank you all so much for tuning in for yet another episode. Really do appreciate it. Of course, this is Tech Talk Thursdays, where we come here, we talk about tech and gaming news for the week, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time here at twitch.tv/cookout. Of course, if you would like to subscribe to the podcast, anchor.fm/cookout fam. Or is it the cookout? I should remember that.
Stuff.
Well, let's cook out. You can find it. You can find it also on Spotify or wherever you get podcasts.
Yeah, it should be the Cookout Fam feed. We do not have our own, but it should be in the Cookout Fam feed. We're the only podcast that's in there now.
Right.
So yeah, definitely check it out. Please subscribe. And of course, all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is I love you. Peace. How?
Black Lives Matter.
Yep.